but like you don't really see guys like do the live stream and like going through reads and stuff. It's like a very like I actually have never seen anybody do that before. But it's really
Yeah,
cool.
that's what I've heard too. That's what I've heard too. I've heard that that's the case. Like not a lot of people. I want to check I think there's settings or something on Facebook that I have to sort out. I don't know if I'm live there, so I could check. No, I am. All right, we're all set. Perfect. We're live on Facebook. All right. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody do this. I think a lot of people do break down film already, but I know that most people breaking down film, they don't necessarily do it from a professional perspective. And I think a lot of people do it in a way where they're not focusing on reads, they're focusing on like the moves, right? The in and out, hezzy pull, all that stuff. It's like you need to know as a player what reads to make in what situations, and that way you are going to be successful in doing those things, like point blank period. All right, so let's check this out. I said Luca. So you want to go over transition guard reads. I still think. All right, so let's say Hallie. You said Hallie and Luca. Transition guard reads. Restate your problem again. I know you said it, but I just want to hear it. I just want to get some players in mind of who we could pull up.
So really just like thriving in transition.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the main thing. Like I'm really good in transition, especially when it's like one on one.
Mm-hmm.
But when it gets to like 5-man in transition, sometimes I'm more like I'll be like, hey, I don't see numbers. I'm just gonna pull it out. You know what I mean?
So it is a reads thing. It's a reads thing and a pace thing, right? So like if you
Because
look at
I play at a slower, more physical pace.
yeah, that's fine.
Kind
Luca
of
does too. Luca's not
kind
sprinting
of
up
like
the
a
court.
Luca. Like
Mm-hmm.
Luca's like a Luca or like a Peyton Pritchard type of deal.
Okay.
Like a lot of the bumps, like 2 feet,
Remind me how tall you are.
6'3".
Okay, so it's
So like Peyton Pritchard's a lot more of like a closer one than a 6'9" Luca. That's
yeah.
how tall Luca is, right?
Luca's probably like 6'8", 6'7".
Yeah. But
Okay. All right, just one more thing. All right, let's check something here. Peyton Pritchard. He's 6'1". So we'll watch Pritchard.
yeah, I'm between like a 6'2" and a 6'3".
All right, we'll watch Luca and we'll watch Pritchard. Oh no. If you haven't already, go ahead and okay, he had 42 this game. No, never mind. You and I'll talk about that later. I was just gonna say something about TikTok because I'm not able to stream on TikTok right now because the follower count's not high enough. I don't really post on TikTok, but let's.
By the way, speaking of missing games,
All right, cool. Yeah, just follow it there. Let's take care of this though. So transition. I want to see if we can find.
In the other
Your
conference,
team,
Detroit
how
has only
vocal are
lost.
you? Are you very vocal on the court? Connor, are you very vocal on the court? You're muted. No, he just dropped out.
Hello?
Yo, are you very vocal on the court?
Yeah, I'd say
Okay.
so.
So, one thing that I can think of right off the bat is spacing. Spacing in the NBA is so much wider than it is in college and high school naturally, just because the
Hmm.
principles aren't taught for players that run wide. There's this thing that we would do when I was with the Heat organization. We would put, let's do Miro. We would put, let's say we're, I don't know, doing a drill where we have to drive up the court or something like that. We do a transition drill where, let's say this is the court. If we're in transition, and I've talked about this before, I need to put the paint lanes, but we're in transition going up the court. In practice, the coach would tape the court all the way up and down. Like he'd have his assistant tape the court all the way up and down, right?
Hmm.
And the reason he'd tape it all the way up and down, I don't know if the bigs would run wide, but I know the guards are required to run wide. So let's say, and anytime you're coming to catch an outlet pass, what you want to do is you want to run. Do you know, like, how would you run? Let's say I have the ball right here. I'm inbounding the ball to you. How would you run?
I can't see your screen.
Okay, let me. It's funny because I'm just thinking about the stream in terms of like what's visible there, but let's make sure you could see just the window that's open. Yeah, let's do it this way. That's probably easier. All right, so can you see this right here in terms of you can see the screen? If I have the ball right here, where are you running to bring the ball up the court? Let's say your team is going this way.
Um, are I mean, depends on the offense. Is like, is that guy inbounding the ball? Is he trailing me? So I'll just bring it up the right
I mean,
side.
he's gonna
and
have
go
to.
that
He's
way.
gonna have to be. Like this is the baseline right
Yeah.
here.
So I'll just go up to the right wing. I'll just dribble up the right wing.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about is your exit. So like, is when you're catching the ball, when you're bringing the ball up the court, run this way, like this, and you catch it on the run, and I pass it to you, and you catch it on the run. That's how you're supposed to do it. It's not necessarily you going this way and going towards the paint. No, you break on the side where the ball is, and you run up this way. You catch it, and you just turn. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So for you, you bring the ball up here. You'd have there's four other guys on the court with you. I'm trailing. Let's say I'm the four. I'm the four or the five, right? I'd trail here. You would bring the ball up the court here. I'd say everybody. I wouldn't just say the five. Maybe the five can rim run, right? I mean, let's say the five rim runs all the way down. But let's say the three and the four, I want them running here. Excuse me, the two and the three, I want them running here, right? Completely wide, not going out of bounds, but wide, wide, wide. That way, when you come down here, you have reads, right? You have either the big beat his man down the court and you throw the ball to him, right? You either have the wing breaking down and he cuts in and you have this pass over the top, because chances are the two and the three are going to beat the five down the court. It's just natural. It happens. Or you have the three, same side, going this way, and you can pitch the ball ahead and get some action started, run a pistol or something along the lines of that. This big goes to the opposite block here, and you have the four trailing. Or your other option in transition would be this isn't open, this isn't open, this isn't open. I'd say this isn't open. I'd look for whoever's down the court first, right? Let's say the big is the big open. Okay, big's not open. Let's look at my reads would probably be corner right here. See if I can pitch ahead the same side. Because if I can pitch ahead the same side, this guy can get downhill and maybe create an action and then hit the five when he's coming in late. The three could go here, or excuse me, the two. Let's say the two goes down this way, this side of the court, and then you have the three in the corner. He drives baseline. The three could just stay in the corner. He passes the guy right there, right? And then the spacing ends up looking like you get down here with the ball eventually, right? The four is trailing you, so the four is like right here-ish. You have the three who hit ahead, and you have the five who's on the opposite block now, right? And then you have the three in this opposite corner. You see how spaced this is?
Yeah, it's great
Right.
spacing.
Great spacing. Does your team look like that?
Yeah.
They look like that.
No, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. My AAU team and my high school team, we both are transition programs.
Okay, but
So
like
we
the
in
space.
AAU our spacing we like work on that for at least 30 minutes every single day, just working on like, and not AAU's over, but even high school, like we run all of our sets out of we have trigger sets.
Yeah.
We'll just like call like, so that's what we run. So we make sure our fives are out, and our coach always says like ball handler should have 2 on one side and the other one should be 3 on the other side.
Not necessarily 3. I'd say this. It doesn't necessarily have to be 3 on the other side. I guess it is the setup right here. 1, 2, 3 on this side, and then 2 on this side.
Yeah.
You just have to, because like think about it this way. Let's say you have 3 on this side. The first read I want you to make, hit the guy up the court, right? That's the first one on the right side. If you're dribbling up the right side, so hit the same side guy. The second read I want you to make is the closest pass is probably going to be the 5 right here. It's not going to be a skip pass to this guy in the corner, right? Mm-hmm. It's really just the guy you hit up who's the furthest up the court. That's who you're going to hit first. But it's easiest to make the same side pass as opposed to crossing the court because there's more guys in the way. So 1, you got, let's make this green. You have 1, you have 2, and he's rim running. You have 3, you have 4 is you, right? And what's 5?
The trailer.
Specifically, what action are you going to be in?
4 in. 1 in, 4 out.
Nope. What action are you going to be in? If this guy's right here, what action are you in?
Well, you're gonna say it. I'm gonna know it. I don't know.
You're trying to pass the ball up the court. You're trying to see who's there, right? You're trying to pass the ball up the court. You're trying to see who's there. And why did I click off? You're trying to pass the ball up the court and see who's there.
Mm-hmm.
They're not there. So what are you going to call?
He's gonna move up.
No, a drag screen.
Oh yeah.
A drag screen is your 5th option, right? So 5 would be the drag screen. And then those are your 5 options. Those are the 5 things you have to be thinking about again and again and again when you're doing those, when you're making those reads. Hi, Christelle. That's what you're going to be doing when you're dribbling the ball up the court. Corner, you have the rim run, right? Because chances are this pitch ahead is there. This is an open 3. We used to run this drill when I was with the Miami Heat's organization in the G League, the Skyforce. We'd run this drill, I want to say, with the first coach I had there, and the guards' reads were just that. We had to make 5 shots in a minute. And the shots that we had to make were, I think we had to go 3 for 5 or 4 for 5. We had to make 4 out of 5 or something like that. No, 3 out of 5 we had to make. First one here, 1. Second one was first one here. Second one was a corner. Third one was a rim run. Fourth one was the guard coming in, and then the last one was a pick and pop at the top of the key with the 4-man coming down here. Right? So that's just simple actions for you to understand in the break. So you're not thinking, you just run. General rule of thumb is you run until somebody stops you. If nobody stopped, you just keep running. Right?
Yeah.
That's general rule of thumb. But the ball is always going to move faster than the man. Always. So since the ball is going to move faster than the man, you want to get the ball up the court. Right? You want to push it. You want to get the ball up the court. So corner, rim run, opposite corner, go yourself. Right? Because by that time, you're going to beat the inbound guy up the court. So if you can go yourself, then you just make a read. If you drive here and this guy helps out the corner, that's an assist to that guy in the corner. If you drive here, the big steps up here, that's a lob that you have to this big. If you drive here, the big steps up, this guy cracks down right here, that leaves this guy open in the corner, right? So you swing there. You do have to watch if your guy ends up peeling. What a peel is a late switch. So if you're driving this way, you have your guy, the way I would play this defensively is, let's say I'm guarding you coming down the court. I get beat. instead of trying to catch up to you, and you have to talk this out as a defense, but instead of trying to catch up to you, what I would do, I'd have the big step up, he'd switch and guard you. This guy would crack down, and then I'd run straight to the corner and take this pass away. Does that make sense? All right.
Yes, 100%.
So after those actions, and then you're playing a drag screen up top with this guy, right? You're set up in the offense. You go into a drag screen. This is your 4. So let's say your 4 is a pick and pop guy. You go here. He pops. What's going to have to happen is this 5. I know it says 2, so it might be confusing, but this 5 is going to go underneath here. Why is he going to go underneath?
Say it again.
So let's say this is a 5-man, right? This is your 5-man. These are just the numbers at which you're passing them the ball, right? The different reads. So let's say this is naturally your 5. This is your 2-man. This is your 3-man. This is your 4-man, and this is your 1. Okay.
Yeah.
You get a drag screen. You go through all these options. Okay, pitch ahead's not there. Oh, guy at the rim, he's not open. Oh, corner skip. No, they're not open either. Okay, let me go into this drag screen. Or excuse me. Oh, I'm not open. Cool, let's go into a drag screen. You come off this way.
You're saying why would 5 go under?
Why would 5 loop under here?
Because it would make his man have to choose either to stay and like get over on me or like leave me the lane.
Yeah, really. It's just about giving you space. Scotty, what's going on, dude? Yeah. By the way, Scotty, we're live streaming this. You're not visible. Like, you're not visible, and Connor's not visible. But I just want to let you know, like, people can see my screen here. So this is kind of called mirroring. I think this would maybe be mirroring in a certain type of way. So you drive as a guard, and the big would have to mirror you, and the big would be over here while you would be right here, which leaves a pass. And Steve Nash would do this really well.
Nash, our coach calls it Amari Stoudemire because Steve Nash would always do that and get Amari Stoudemire easy buckets.
Exactly. So I learned this like my first year playing professionally in the G League, and it helped me so much, bro. Just in terms of spacing, I was always in the right place now because I could move and like be in the right space. So this 5 guy is going to slide here and give you an option, and then you can always pitch back to the 4 at the top of the key. And what that's going to look like, you pass the ball to the 4, the 5 slides right here, you have the 2 in the corner. You're not going to go opposite corner to lift up. 3 is going to have to lift up right here. And now the 3 and the 4 are playing in action. Right? You see how that played out? And then from there, it's just reads. It's just reads on reads on reads on reads. So, yeah, we can break down this film, but I want you to know firsthand all the different reads that you're going to make in those situations. Make sense?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Does that somewhat answer your question on like what it is you're thinking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I still want to go over this though. Scotty, what's going on, brother? We were what we're breaking down specifically, we were talking about how to make reads in transition. Connor felt like he was moving a little slow-mo in transition in terms of making these reads and like understanding what to do and when to do it. So what we ended up doing, I wanted to pull up like Connor's 6'3", Peyton Pritchard is 6'1", and then Luka is, how tall is Luka? Luka is 6'8". Yeah, Luka's 6'8". He's just an inch shorter than me. So like he moves at a different pace. Promise 305 high school. So I'm just responding to something in the chat, fellas. I saw that. But no, so Connor was talking about how he moves at a slower pace, which isn't always a bad thing. You just gotta be able to make the right reads. And we were breaking down all the reads that you make in transition. Scott, you can watch the recording, whether it be in the community or on YouTube or one of the places where this is being streamed. But essentially, this is something that I want you to know, Scotty. Anytime you're bringing the ball up the court, let's say I'm inbounding right here. Let's say I'm the 4-man, right? I'm the 4-man and I'm inbounding right here. This is me. When you run up the court, you're going to want to run the same way. Do you know this already? You're going to want to run the same way that the ball is, right?
Yeah, you run like a banana.
Banana cut, right? You run a banana cut going this way. You don't run this way to go away from it. It wouldn't make sense. You run to the same side of the ball and you go up this way. And we were talking about, I don't know why they called it the Mack truck lane. They called it the Mack truck lane in not the banana cut. This is something different. But when I was with the Heat's team in the G League, the Mack truck lane is this space right here, where you're able to drive like a big semi truck down the lane in this area right here, hypothetically. And you do that by having your wings run wide. And something that we would do in practice is the assistant coach would put down tape just by the 3-point line right here on both sides. And we would be required to run outside of it as an exercise, so that we're making those reads again and again and again and again. The guard has space, the big has space, and all these reads can take place. Make sense? All right, cool. Good stuff. Tyrone, that's dope, bro. Good to hear from you. Awesome. Hope you're doing well, man. And then, Scotty, is there anything that you want to go over in particular, or can we go into the Luka film and then the Peyton Pritchard film?
We can do this because I could work on that too.
Okay, perfect. Do you feel like there's an issue in terms of like you making reads slowly or something like that?
No, I just would think that I could get better at it. I'm good at it, but I think like there's some spots where I could get better.
Yeah, main thing, and you'll see this in the recording, but like the reads that you're going to make in this order, in my opinion, this is my opinion. You run up here, which naturally means that the 4 is going to be trailing you. You're the 1. You're bringing the ball up the court right here. In a perfect world, the 2 is in front of you already. He's in the corner. He's running up the court. Let's say the ball is always going to move faster than the man, right? So you want to be able to pass the ball up to the closest guy. The shortest distance between two places is a straight line, so it looks like a straight pass. It doesn't necessarily look like a pass over to this side of the court. Over here, you want to make the closest pass. So why not just hit the guy ahead in front? You can always, Connor, what's another action you can get into if you hit this guy in front?
Pistol.
Pistol, exactly. Scott, you know pistol action?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can always hit this guy, and you can get into a pistol action because you have the 4-man who's trailing you right here, and you play together there. So a bunch of different things that you could do. But in my opinion, the order of operations and the orders that you're looking in to make these reads, you hit the guy in the corner. The greens are the number of the order of the read. So first one right here, do you have the guy here? Next one, do you have the big running down the center of the court? That's what this red line is. So you have the 2 and the 3 running wide. You have the big going to run straight down the center of the court. Did he potentially beat his man down the court? Maybe. You hit him over the top, right? Next one is going to be the 3-man, right? This guy not open, this guy not open. Let's say this guy across the court, let's say you're coming down the middle and you see he's open, boom. Let me just hit him here, okay? The next one is, am I open, right? Can you just go down the court and make a read? Are you open yourself? Cool, make a layup. If you're not open, the 5th one is a drag screen right here, right? If you haven't gone in the pistol action, it's a drag screen right here. And then from there, you're just playing basketball. This could be a pick and pop. But when you came on the call, this guy was looping underneath, because when you drive here, this guy stays in the corner. This guy's going to have to give you space to drive. He goes here and he mirrors, and he allows this big to have to make a decision. If this is a good enough screen and you got downhill, does he step up and get this stop right here, or leave his man here, and then you put them in scramble mode? Does that make sense? All right, cool. Tiago, fala aí, mano. Você tá mudo?
Tudo bem?
Tô bem, cara. Graças a Deus. We're breaking down just some reads in transition right now, and then we're also on a live stream, just to let you know. You're not being shown, but this is being streamed across a bunch of different platforms.
Okay.
All right, cool. We'll go into the film breakdown. Watch the recording, Tiago, of what it is that we just went through, because I think it's really, really helpful to understand how to make those reads in transition as a guard. And all you are guards on this call. Just like it's super, super, super important that you understand okay, I'm going to go and look at this read first and this read first in transition. And if you know what's going to be open before you even develop the skill set or the dribbling ability, I know you all have the dribbling ability, it's going to free up so much on the court for you and just allow you to go out there and kill and crush and do what you need to do. All right. All right. So let's look at this. Cheeky little nutmeg. And then from there, throws a lob. This is imagine this. This is your 5-man, right? Going down the middle of the court. This guy right here is Rui. This is Rui. Rui was running ahead, but it doesn't. Rui's essentially he could run down the middle of the court. He's going to potentially clear out. And I want you all to think about this as well. So in this situation here, let's say that you are the 1 and you keep coming down the center of the court. What is the 2 going to have to do, Scotty?
If I go down the center of the court?
No. Let's say you're dribbling down the right side of the court and you want a single side.
Oh, he has to fill through. He has to go
through. Yes, correct. Right. He has to fill through all the way over here. The 3 lifts up here. The 2 goes here. The 5 may loop around here and just wait. He'll probably stay in the dunker spot. This is what we call the dunker spot or the bird box. He'll stay over here. The 2 will loop through. 3 will lift up. You'll have 1, 2, and you'll have a drag on this side with a single side. But you as the 1, you're going to be a lot lower instead of here, right? That's essentially what Rui Hachimura is doing, in my opinion. He's trying to clear out, but at the same time, he has to be aware that he has a guy running down his back here. And you see how he's trying to get away, go wide, right? No, I want to see transition. In a transition. Okay, let's watch this. All right, cool. All right, so eventually, and this is something I want you to see as well, these guys, if you were running here, and let's say the 2 is ahead of the action, the 2 isn't going to stop here in the corner. The 2 is going to keep, Nick, thanks for the love, man, I appreciate it. If you're the 1 and you're driving down this way, and the 2's ahead of you, the 2's not going to stop in the corner. Or if you're the 2 or the 3, don't stop in the corner. Go here and see if you have an action at the rim. If you don't have an action, stay in the corner, and then they'll get into a drag screen, right? You'll get into the offense that way. But we want to run for layups. That's what we want. We want to run for layups first and foremost. So keep looking for those layups. Where was I? Right? So I want you to, as we break down this film and as we look at this, I want you to see the picture of what it is that I drew up for you all and see it developing on the court here again and again and again and again. And just put in your mind, oh, this is the 2. Oh, this is the 3. Oh, this is this guy. This is that guy. This is your 3. This is your 2 in the corner. This is your 3 on the opposite side. But the 3 on the opposite side sees that this guy's in the middle right here defensively, right? And he's just going to keep running the basket. There's no point in him going all the way to the corner. Unless, let's say, remember, what are the 4 different types of advantages that we have? This is perfect how all this lines up with one another.
Lateral?
Not lateral, horizontal.
Horizontal, yeah.
Yeah, horizontal. What else?
Vertical,
Yeah,
Physical?
yeah.
physical, speed.
No, that's horizontal. Horizontal, physical,
Oh, yeah.
vertical. What's the 4th one that's it's on the quiz, but it's kind of like if you have this ability, you have this ability, and people have to respect it.
Shooting.
Bingo, right? So PJ Washington, right? Let's look back at PJ Washington. What advantage does he have in transition over Klay Thompson?
Horizontal.
Yeah, or Klay Thompson's a great defender laterally.
Vertical.
Vertical.
Bingo. So if you have a vertical advantage, where should you go in this situation?
To the rim.
Where's the hoop?
Bingo.
To the hoop.
To the hoop, right? To the hoop. If PJ Washington is Steph Curry, where's Steph running?
To the corner.
He's spacing it
corner.
out.
Bingo, he's spacing to the corner. So you have to just know, and this is why it's so important to know who you're playing with and understand, like, okay, this is my teammate, and this is what, I don't know, this is what they're going to do, and this is why they need to be in this situation. And you being the floor general, you can correct your teammates and be like, yo, I want you all to do this on the fly, essentially. I want you all to essentially look at your teammate and be able to say, let's say this is a Steph Curry type guy and he keeps going in. Tell him to go here and go to the corner if he wants a shot, right? And I want you all to be the vocal leader. And I know a lot of you are this vocal leader and developing into that leader. Like, yo, Scotty, I need you in the corner. Like, Scotty, if I'm playing with you and I'm pushing the ball in transition and I'm a 6'8" Luka, I'm 6'9" myself, so I'm pushing the ball in transition, I'm like, Scotty, I need you in the corner. I don't need you trying to back cut on Klay Thompson. Go out there. Because when you go out to the corner, let's think about what happens after you go to the corner. Scotty, I skip the ball to you. I make the read here. Derrick Jones Jr., and I also think he could potentially be going to the basket as well because, no, he doesn't necessarily have the angle, right? Like, look at the angle right here. He doesn't necessarily have an angle to go over Brandon Podziemski, even though he is, extremely, what would it be? Extremely athletic, right?
Bouncy.
He's bouncy.
He's bouncy. Like, he has a vertical advantage, right? But in order to hold spacing, he ran to this corner right here. Do you all see that?
Yeah, because PJ went to the hoop.
Exactly. Now Podziemski has to make a decision. D. Jones can hit these corner threes. So that's why he's running here as well, right? So think about that. But the point that I was making is, let's say, Scotty, you ran out to the corner and I swung you the ball. What did we talk about? What mode is the defense going to have to be in now?
Scramble.
Bingo. And now they're making a bunch of different reads and you screw them over. And then you just get the spacing, hold the spacing, and allow them to make those reads. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I don't want to download the thumbnail. Which number? I want you all to start calling out which number read Luke is making based off of the list that we have here.
Rim runner.
4.
So, no.
Wait, no.
So this is, pay attention to the green, not the black. This is your first read, your 1. This is your 2. This is your 3.
2.
This is your 4. That's go, you. And your 5 is the trailer, okay?
2.
Yes, he made 2. And then also, I want you thinking about it this way in terms of instructing your team, right, and getting your guys together. Let's say you're Luka, and this is why I get on you guys about the scouting reports and knowing the scouting reports of the teams you're playing against. I know you're playing in these tournaments, and it's tough. Like, the breakdowns that your coaches are doing of these teams aren't necessarily at the level that they're not at the level that an NBA organization is going to be, and you're not going to have film on some of these other teams. But I want you thinking about it this way. I believe that you all are capable of being able to assess the situation based off of our time together and just look at a team you're about to play and be like, oh, these are the advantages that we're going to have. Would you all agree? Okay, right? So that being said, you're Luka, you're playing with Derek Lively, and you're playing against the Bulls. Lively is much more athletic than Nikola Vucevic, correct? Right? So
Yeah.
Yes.
you're supposed to tell Lively before the game, yo, run the court, get easy buckets that way. And you set the game plan for the whole entire, for what's going to happen. Because yes, it's your coach's, I guess, responsibility, to assess these things, but your coach is one person, your coach is not playing the game. Your coach isn't playing the game, right? You're the one playing the game. The coach is maybe dealing with some BS with parent drama or his boss, the general manager, or some other stuff, personal stuff, but you as a player can go out there and assess the situation and be like, okay, I'm going to make all these reads in this time, and I'm going to set my team up for success. Okay? All right, so keep doing the exercise that I'm telling you about in terms of counting which read we're going over. Which read that Luka makes.
Four, right?
Correct. 4. He went himself. Look at the picture. What read?
5.
Yep. No. It is the 5,
No,
man,
2.
but what read is that?
2.
2. Does that make sense, Iago?
Oh wait. Am I like reading like 2 would be the guy that's coming down to the side, or
Olha
It
isso.
just goes like across from like 1, 2's the middle, and then 3's the guy on the left.
Yeah. Peraí, olha isso. 1 right here,
oh wait, okay.
right? The shortest distance between 2 places is a straight line. And then also, this guy is closest to you. So if Al Horford is helping up, just passing the ball. Right? He's open. Take care of the job right there. That's 1. 2 is going to be the big. The next toughest pass is going to be the 3 right here. Then, if those 3 aren't open, am I open? Right? That's 4. 5, okay, trail man, pitch back,
Trailer.
or we get into an action, a drag screen. Cool? And then from there, you're making, then from there, you're just making reads based off of the coverages. And you all know what coverage you're playing against, right? Right? You could say, okay, they're in a drop. Let's go over all the different coverage, all the different reads that I'm making in a drop coverage. Okay, they're in a show. Let's go over all the different reads I'm going to make in a show coverage, and so on and so forth. Does that make sense? And now you're just out there. Now you're just out there thinking and making reads based off of what the defense is giving you. Right? All right. Cool. This is a tough one.
That was like the 3 guy.
3.
Not-
3.
3 like cuts the hoop.
Yep. That's 3. This is technically 2. See that?
Yeah.
Right?
Rim runner.
But you have both your guys here, so this would be your 3. And then this would be your 4 because this is the trail action, the pick and pop, and stuff like that.
But isn't that Hardaway? He's a guard.
He can still
Excuse me,
run
this
the
is your
hoop,
1.
though.
This is your 1.
Yeah. Okay.
This is your 1. But see how he went through and got the spacing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what this one is.
Oh,
2.
2.
Yeah, this is your
2.
2. If you look at the matchups.
What else would be 3?
It could be a
It'd be
1,
your 1.
but he just went in the middle.
It'd be your 1, but he just went in the middle. Right? Because look, you got 1. He's running here. You got 2, or excuse me, this is your 3. This is your 1. This is your 3. This is your 2. And then this is your, actually, let's say this is the 4. And then
Are
this
we
is, no, so
we
technically
calling-
this is your 2.
Yeah, because are we calling it like by like the position they would
No,
most likely be
you're
in?
calling by the
Or-
read. So corner, same
Yeah.
side corner, first read. Right?
Oh, okay.
The
But-
middle, which is usually
Rim
the
runner?
big, the rim run, right? But,
But the
let's
rim runner
say,
can be a guard.
but the rim run can be a guard. So like the reason I'm calling this the 2 is, let's look at who's on the court, right? If the big is all the way down here, the big is now going to be the 5.
The 3.
The big is now going to be
Oh,
the 5. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I didn't see the other guy.
Right? Which means this would be your 2, the rim run. This would be your wide guy right here, so that's your 3. This would be your 1. This would be your 4, and this would be your 5. Does that make sense? Yeah.
1.
Bingo.
One.
Look at this no look too. Who is he looking away for?
Corner.
Not necessarily.
For,
He's like two
uh,
people. Two people
Well,
I
he's
can think
looking
of.
at
Por-
the big.
For Porzingis.
Both. Porzingis is going to have to stay here because he's a corner
Oh.
guy, which is going to be really tough.
It's Tatum. It's Tatum.
I'd say Tatum. Because think about it, Tatum doesn't necessarily have to make a read until Lively gets here. So he's looking here so Tatum doesn't necessarily drop because they can scramble and match up at the top right here. Right? So I want you to go and throw some no-looks too. But it has to make sense. So let's say like, let's go back to this. Let's say, I have the ball right here. No, let's say the trail is back here. I'm dribbling the ball up this side of the court. And I look in at the 5-man while I'm driving this way. Who am I trying to set up? Driving this way, I look at the 5-man, okay, while I'm driving this way. Who am I trying to set up for no look?
The 2.
The 2.
Kick.
The guy in the corner, right? I'm looking this way in order to, because I want you to think about it this way. You have like a cone of vision. So let's say you're here. Your cone of vision is here, right? You have your peripherals over here that you could still see. But this guy doesn't see that, right? This defender, X, doesn't see that. He sees your peripheral. So what he's going to do, if he's undisciplined, granted, I wouldn't leave the corner because it's the easiest shot in basketball. But if he's undisciplined, he comes in here, and you could still see your peripheral and make that pass to that guy there. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. It's like the 4. I'll give that to y'all. It's a 4.
4 again.
4 again, yeah.
Two.
Bingo. And then also know this. If your big is contesting, just know in advance that he's going to be open. There are plays that I had. Let's see if I can find this. Let's look at this. It was a dime. It's your boy throwing dimes. That's not what I wanted to see, but I want to see this. Boom. I might just play this all the way through so we can figure out which play I'm trying to get to. It was on the other side of the court. This. You know why I threw this? I mean, granted, I have a relationship with his teammate, and I know that he's gonna leak out. But
Yeah.
like, I want y'all thinking about it this way in terms of freaking 1, 2. I push him up. Look how I make contact first. I'm not trying to box out. I just want to boom, hit you, push you out the way, and then go get the ball. Contact is first. These guys, you can't tell because of the angle but this is one of the teammates right here in blue, excuse me, in green. And I can only imagine that the other guy is close to my teammate Jared right here, right? So if that's the case, you see what I can see right here? I'm looking this way. So I can make the read before the shot even goes up. I'm like, all right, cool. I have a bomb down the court. We used to call these suies. Like Ronaldo, sue. We used to call these suies. And the shot would go up. T marches out. Bomb down the court. Get a quick one. Right? Easy one. I miss my guys. But I want you all thinking about that as well. It's what Lucas sees in this situation. Just throw a quick one. Get you a quick bucket. And those are the best too, because like you don't have to like, it's a quick bucket. Coach is probably going to call a timeout depending on time and score. You just make a read and you're good to go. You're chilling. As Fitch would say, happy times. Fitch was my coach in New Zealand. Four. Yep. Look at Lively. Remember we talked about this?
Did he loop under?
Bingo. You see it?
Yeah. He freed him space.
Yeah, he freed up space. Now James Harden has to make that decision. This is literally what we just drew up.
And not really.
Say it again.
Lively was probably open, but he didn't really have an angle to pass him. He could, even if he was.
Say it again. You said Lively. He could have, yeah.
Lively was kind of open, but there wasn't really an angle because of the way Westbrook played him.
Yeah, but still, like, what he needs to do is just give Luka space.
Yeah.
You know? And James Harden's a cone. Like, James Harden is a cone. Great player offensively, and he's a cone. Which one was that?
2.
Yep. This is this. I want you to imagine this. This is 4, but I want you to imagine this. Scotty, remember we talked about driving down the right side of the court, 2 would have to clear out?
Yeah.
This is essentially that spacing, but he never cleared out because Luka just went into the post. Make sense? Thiago, you see that too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you understand it completely? I don't know if you're on then.
Kind of. Can you really briefly explain it again?
Yeah. So one dribbles down the court all the way right here. Let's say instead of getting the drag screen, let's move this guy. Let's say instead of getting the drag screen here, he gets the drag screen here. What would 2 have to do?
Empty.
Yeah, empty out to this side. 3 would have to lift up here, right? And then 5 would stay where 5 is, and they just
Can
run.
he technically lift also after the screen?
Who?
Like if he's going to drive and then lift and get a kickback?
2?
Yeah.
Like, could he stay?
And then wait till the screen happens, then get a kickback depending on the read.
Yes, but remember who's setting the screen.
Yeah.
This is your 4. Chances are, what is your 4 going to do?
Go to the hoop.
Are you sure?
Like slip after the screen.
Not necessarily. Think about it. Your 4, right?
Pop.
Huh?
He can pop and shoot.
Pop.
Yeah, your 4 is going to pop. Like this is not necessarily an always rule of thumb. In this offense, let's say it's this offense. This is Maxi Kleber, right? What's Maxi Kleber going to do? Is he going to roll to the rim and get up on the rim? What are his 4 advantage? What's the 4 advantages?
Shoot.
Right? He has a shooting advantage. He's vertical. Granted, if he's setting a screen on freaking, I want you to like think about this sequentially, right? If he's setting a screen on Kyrie or on freaking Peyton Pritchard, who's guarding Luka, right? Yeah, he would have a vertical advantage, but why would he even go in to set a screen on Peyton Pritchard when he's guarding Luka? What advantage does Luka have over?
So
Peyton?
he could pop.
No, but why, Luka? Thiago? What advantage does Luka Doncic already have over Peyton Pritchard?
Vertical.
Yeah, and is Luka better?
No. Yeah, vertical.
Vertical, but what else? Look at this.
Physical.
Yeah.
Physical.
Remember we talked about this? Right? 229,
I wasn't here.
6'8". Oh, all good, all good, all good. He's 229. He's 6'8". Peyton, 6'1". 195. He's given up like 30 pounds, right? So why would I? And who would you rather scoring the ball in an ISO situation? Thiago,
Between who?
Luca, and because both would have a vertical advantage. Because if you set a screen,
Luca.
Luca, yeah. So, and this is something I want you to think about as well. If your teammates are ever like trying to come in and like, oh, let me set you a screen, let me set you a screen. Like, I don't want you to set me a screen. Like, if you set me a screen, we're gonna have to freaking. I mean, you set me a screen and like you're getting in the way, right? You don't always need a ball screen. This is the stuff that I want you all thinking about as well. Do you see how like based off of this, like I feel like this is one of the heaviest IQ days that we've done in a while, right? X's and O's and some of this stuff, which I'm really, really excited about. Luka just goes and ISOs and gets a bucket. What was this? What was this one?
4.
4.
4.
5. Who set a screen?
Nope. It was 4.
You hit the screener right on 5. Don't you?
Huh?
Yeah, you set the screen on 5.
I said the screen. Yes, the screen would be 5. I'm sorry, it would be the 5. Yes. But hypothetically, let's say like I want you to think about the spacing this way. Let's say this was your 2, right? The 2 ran down the court and the 2 broke out here. You see how that developed? Right. So, anybody not see that?
No.
Thiago, you get it?
Yeah, I saw it.
All right, cool. I'm just asking you because you came on late.
No, that's fine. Four.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, let me see that one. Yep, 4.
Three.
3.
Bingo. Good stuff, fellas.
2.
It could be. I think it's a 1.
I think it's 1. I think it's 1, too.
All right.
Thiago, what do you think? No, you
I said 2,
you
but
said 2.
yeah, it was kind of just automatic because
Yeah.
he's running down the middle.
I'd say your first guy down the court. Let's say that's your 1, hypothetically. Like, and there's a guard here, and this so 1. Yeah. Connor, what
Yeah.
are you thinking? What do you think that one is, Connor?
Could you play it
He's
again real quick?
glitched.
Could you
Or
play it
no,
again real quick? I'd call that a 2. No, 1.
Yeah.
The way he
one.
kind of curves at the end, it's kind of a 1.
Yeah.
Because you can tell you spaced out until you just cut it at the line at the end.
Mm-hmm.
This is a
If you-
4. You can already tell.
Yeah. If you have, say that one bit again.
He was spacing out to the corner to make it. So it was originally. So like, I didn't notice he spaced out to the corner originally. He was like, you can see he like, kind of like, bites it on his like way out, and then he comes back in.
Yeah.
Which made I didn't see him going out, so I thought it was just a 2.
Gotcha.
But it was a 1.
All good. Gotcha. In a situation like this, if you're ahead of the ball, just go get a bucket. Right? Just know, like, Connor, in a situation like if you're ever in front of the ball, if you're ever the first guy down the court, just think, like, first of all, think about time and score. I don't want you to De'Aaron Fox it and, like, drive in when you don't have to drive in. If time and score, doesn't lead you to do that. And then think about your advantages. Just go get a bucket. It's 1-on-1. You're going downhill against somebody, right? Luka has a physical advantage. Luka has a vertical advantage against 55. He goes and gets a bucket. He wasn't set. Bucket. So yeah, we can keep doing this. I know it's like a 10-minute video. It's so funny because like we break down 2.5 minutes of film and it takes 45 minutes to do that. We still have another 40 minutes on the clock, fellas. So I'm happy to keep going, and I want to keep going. But just tell me what it is that you all want to go over. I think this is like, I don't want to overkill this, but I think the principles of what it is that we're going over here, it just kind of makes sense, you know? Are y'all good on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Any other questions, any other things that y'all want to go over? Players,
Maybe like finishing.
Huh?
And like maybe like finishing and why they do the finishes they did.
Who?
Whoever. I don't want to say like Kyrie because like his finishes are great, but like some of them are like I don't know.
Curry.
That's like smaller guard probably like smaller guard like
Jalen Brunson.
like Peyton Pritchard's probably my favorite player, so I always like watching him.
All right. The reason I don't want to do Brunson, we could do Brunson.
Brunson's a lot of floaters and mid ranges.
Yeah.
Because he plays off two.
He doesn't really finish at the basket as much as those two.
Because he doesn't necessarily have the height.
Yeah, true.
He doesn't necessarily have the height to do that. And it's not his game. Like at Villanova, when we would play Villanova, they do 2-foot stuff all the time. Like in practice leading up to the Villanova game, it would always be like the scout team would be like 2-foot catches and 2-foot, 2-foot, 2-foot again and again and again. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. Who do you? I'll look at Pritchard. The main
This
thing
is all like bumps down low. Like obviously he's like his main thing's like outside shooting, but when he's like finishing, he's bumping the little guy. Like he attacks the hips. Like he targets dudes' hips like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he bumps them most of the time.
I was just trying to read something here before we even go into that. Okay.
It doesn't have to be in transition. I was just saying like finishing as a whole, like why a guy might like extend out and do like kind of like a hook compared to like coming inside.
I almost watched this one. Anytime you're jumping towards the basket, you want to jump outside foot and then an inside foot. This is just like it's a standard rule of thumb. Let's say the basket is here. I want to go right, left, jump this way, and I can always go here. I can always turn here in the air. But you never want to go inside foot and then outside foot, because when you go inside foot, outside foot, what that ends up doing is you naturally push your momentum kind of backwards. Granted, you could, but not even just that. You open up. Like if you go here, you have to open up. And when I open up, I give the defender an opportunity to come in here and block the shot. Does that make sense? So you always want to go outside, inside. You can always dunk here if you do get high up enough. But you can go here, and then finish underneath. You can go here, and turn last minute. You can go here, go into the body and finish right. Bunch of different things. So I just want you to look at his feet. There was like one summer I just did that again and again. I would just like, it was during the pandemic. I put a hoop up, and I did this in my grass so I could jump more and more. Believe it or not, I did it in the grass. I set up a hoop in the grass, and I would do that barefoot. Because because like the wear and tear of just jumping again and again and again on a hardwood court or like an outside court, it's a lot. But I would do it in the grass and just work on that footwork, going here, or here, and just give myself challenges to do stuff in the air. This is kind of how I want to show you this play as well. There was one finish that I had against one team. I forgot who I did it against. I think the stream just. I think there was a stream limit on one place. But let's keep going. Oh, this right. Was it this? This is one play here. Spin base or rip baseline. You can see my feet there. I go out, then in. Play back speed. High rip, left, right, finish here. That's one. That was another one that I had. I know it was on that side of the court. Same thing here. I catch. Outside, inside, finish that way. This is another thing I want to talk about. This has nothing to do with finishing, but if you're ever catching the ball on the post on a pivot, I want you all to look how I turn and set the screen as I pivot. See how I turned into him? Right? That's
Oh, was that the showcase? Wait.
No, this is in New Zealand.
No, I was at a showcase and they taught us that.
Yeah. But you have to
Kind of what Jokic does.
Jokic does it all the time. It's a European thing. Not necessarily a European thing, but it's a player with a very high IQ. Players with very high IQ tend to do this, or players I've seen who have very high IQ do that. And you could just get into an action there pretty quickly. I don't know why this guy called a timeout. He called a timeout right away. Oh, that's funny. Not there. I think it's this. You see even here? Right, left. Y'all saw that? Yeah, right, left. I want to see a close-up one. Oh, there's no close-up one, but right, left. We're done with Luka. Let me wait for this thing to go away. And then... You can do pretty much whatever you want to do in the air in terms of the finishing. Why did Kyrie do this? I mean, once you're in the air, I want you to think about it this way, hypothetically. It doesn't matter what hand you finish with. It just matters that you're able to get the shot up. Right? Think about this. If I have a vertical advantage over somebody, or my arms are longer, I could shoot a right-hand shot in their face like this. Like one player I want to show you all is Tim Duncan versus Miami post moves. Tim Duncan finished right the majority of the time. No, I don't want to see that. I want to see versus Miami Heat. Is it this? That's lefty. Let's see if it comes up in this. Versus Chris Bosh. Oh, he does it here too. It's kind of like an up and under. Y'all see this? Tim could have gone with the left hand, but he just went through the guy. Right, the quality is pretty terrible. But he spins here, he goes through him. Some people would teach you, okay, go over the top of the left hand. No, just go through the guy and finish. Right? So that's my advice to you, Connor, and even, I mean, everybody on the call, Connor, Tiago, Scotty. I don't care what hand you use. I care more about your feet. Like, this wasn't necessarily, this wasn't necessary, but like, he could have done whatever in the air. Finish with the left, finish with the right. Main thing is I want you doing your Micans, and I want you doing all the different finishes that you have. Because, like, yeah, the jelly's nice and all these different finishes are nice, but you just need to be able to, like, you need to feel comfortable. My goal for you all, I want you to catch the ball anywhere near the rim and just be able to throw it up with every hand. Right? I think the best example, to be quite honest with you, I'll show you like some of my own stuff even. Let's look at, look, I just caught the ball, rebound. I didn't think about it. I just put the ball up. Just put the ball up. This is why I talk to you guys about being your own favorite player. This is why I'm on you guys about that. I just want you to put the ball up. I don't need you to, let's see what I do here. Turn around jumper, step out, just get a bucket. That's different. This is another one right here. Look, go here, attack. I could have taken his hip more. Lefty. Just finish. Just finish. Like it's not that deep. Here, rip baseline. Just finish. Whichever way you feel like you can finish, just finish. That's it. I'm happy to still go through these right here. But I don't want you guys obsessing over, like, there's a reason why in the whatchamacallit, in the workout that I give you all, that we have all the different types of finishes I want you doing. Like, there's a reason why we do that, right? We have Micans with off the left, right hand, left foot. We have right foot, left hand. We have reverse of both. We have right, we have left, we have reverse of both. That's 8 different finishes that you can do right there. You can add English and spin and jelly and all this other stuff. Yeah, but like, I just want you to finish the shot. Main thing there. This one's tricky because you have to get it right. If you do that fake behind the back, you have to get it right. Or the options are fake behind the back, right hand finish. You got the corner spray. You got the slot cut right here. In my opinion, he should have cut. You saw the back of Jalen Brunson's head. He should have cut, and he could have got up on a rim and punched it. And then you have the guy back here, but that's a really, really tough pass. Y'all see that? See what I'm talking about there? Anybody not see that? Y'all see the reads I'm talking about there? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do whatever you have to do to get the ball up. What are your all's thoughts on? Not your thoughts on that, but what are some of your takeaways from what it is that we're going over right now?
Like,
Like just try to get the ball up.
Yeah.
Don't be like too I don't know, decorate. I don't know how to explain it.
I have a question.
But yeah.
Sure. What's the question?
So like, obviously you're 6'9".
Mm-hmm.
So, what was your like? Because like I get like, sometimes I'll like take off like I'm trying to meet somebody at the rim,
Mm-hmm.
but then sometimes I'll like bail on it. And